Frank, important fight for you coming up, isn't it, really? It's a chance for you, as you said in a couple of interviews, to show everybody all the work and reparation that's been done and that you're back to the old Frank.
Exactly that. The new and improved Frank Buglioni. But no, Callum Johnson is a good, solid fighter, another unbeaten guy, Commonwealth champion, mandatory challenger. So on paper, he's my number 2. And all being well, I'll come through this fight and cement myself as the best British light heavyweight. And
I know Don has been working you hard. Take us through some of the darker days that he's put you through.
Listen, I enjoy him. I was training a little bit earlier this morning so I could be here for the press conference, and he doesn't let up. And this is kind of our pre-training camp. So no, we have a great relationship, myself and Don, and he knows when to push and he knows when to ease me up. And I start sparring next week, and we're very excited for that because there's been a lot of improvements and changes in my timing and my power, and we're looking forward to testing it in sparring and showing it in the fights.
So how are you sure that your power's returned, and what is it what do you feel? Talk to me about that feeling that you know is there, the power's there.
Okay, the best way to describe it is, I don't know if you play golf or so when you hit a golf ball and you get that, you don't hit it right and you get that kind of the shake, and then other times you hit the golf ball and you don't even feel it, it's effortless. So now that's what I'm feeling with the punches, and when I throw that punch, it's coming effortless, and I'm not feeling anything. And then, but Don is had to stop using the pads because his wrist has gone, and now he's using the drum. And Don's a big strong guy. He's 20 stone of muscle. He's now using the pad, and I'm knocking him back, and I've done his shoulder. So he knows what he feels, and that kind of affirms what we've been working on. So yeah, we'll just keep pushing, we'll keep tweaking, and I'm looking forward to 2018 to show it all off.
Yeah, you mentioned a few different potential candidates and opponents. One of them that everybody's talking about, Anthony Yarde. That's a fight everybody wants to see. I know Tunde's talked about everything is timing, that's his favourite saying. What makes you so confident that you beat him, other than the fact that you've got more experience and more years in the ring?
Well, experience is the main thing, and that experience is everything. I've been through the mill. I've had the ups and downs. So until Anthony Yarde has a down, we don't know how he comes back up to the up, and how he learns from it. So we just don't know, and we don't know how he's going to fare when he's fighting someone that hits back. It hits back hard, and he lands the best shot, and it doesn't have an effect on me. And believe me, when we fight, he'll be feeling a lot of my shots. I'll be feeling his, but I'll dig deep and I'll come through him.
What did you think about his last fight?
I can't.
That's probably his toughest today.
Yeah, it was probably his toughest, but again, it's a 40-odd-year-old man that's kind of moved up from super middleweight. The guy was in dreadful shape until he fights someone half decent, but there must be a reason why he's not fighting decent fighters. If you're that confident in your fighter, throw him in against the proper European, a Kara Murat or a Jose Burton, or put him in these meaningful fights. He blows them away, and then all of a sudden his stock rises, his paychecks double. There's a reason. So yeah, the truth will come out eventually. And as I say, I've won this British out. When I win this British outright, Jose Burton, he can have the rematch. Anthony Yarde, he can have his fight. And
I was going to say, is that enough on the line for you, the British title? Is that enough to tempt him into the ring, for you to put it all on the line, or are you that confident?
Anthony Yarde can't fight me for my British title for 12 months because he pulled out of a final eliminator. And that's the politics of it. So for me to fight him, I'll just drop the British title. Once I've won it outright, I'll drop it. And then we'll fight maybe for his WBO European or his WBO Intercontinental or his prestigious top 3 ranking with the WBO. We'll fight for something like that. But I'll be bringing things to the table. I'll have the Commonwealth belt. Might even have the full European belt. So if he wants that fight, there shouldn't be any excuses. And at the end of the year, there's no reason why it can't happen.
If the 2018 goes as you plan it to go, and all the successes come your way, 2019's a massive year for you then, isn't it really? Are you looking at world titles at that point, or do you prefer to get through 2018 before you start talking about that?
Don't look too far ahead. I've got to take care of business for the first fight. And Callum Johnson, he's a tough guy, and he's dangerous. He can punch. So that's all my focus is on him. But that being said, outside of that, and we're far enough away from the fight that I'm not into that real focus and that kind of, I haven't locked myself away with one thought on my mind. So there's no reason why I can't fight the likes of Jose Burton and Anthony Yarde this year and consider myself then the best in the country and move on to European and fringe world level in 2019.
You're on a fairly lively bill with Lucas Bryan and Dillian Whyte. How do you see that one going?
Good fight. It's going to be very exciting. I think all the press conferences and the build-up and the weigh-in are going to be just as exciting. But I lean towards Dillian Whyte. I think he's been in tougher fights against better opponents. And when I was talking about the experience, that's what's going to shine through. And I think, Dillian Whyte, he wins it either on points or a late stoppage.
Listen, good luck, Frank. I look forward to speaking to you ahead of your fight still.